going on, everyone? This is Daryl Andrews, Coach D. Had another long day, man, but we are still in here getting the grind in. I'll tell you something, man. When you're doing what you love to do, you don't even count the hours anymore. You just get up, go to work, and get it done, man. And I'm telling you something, we are empowering so many people these days that I just, wake up with a sense of enthusiasm every day to do this work. So this is an unusual time to be doing what I'm doing, but still want to put it out there because it's necessary. So some of my friends out there I haven't seen in a while, just want to say hello. And once again, we'll do these as time allows. But, one of the beauties of trying to build your work so you can have more influence and impact is you get busy having influence and impact. And which doesn't allow you a lot of time to do some of the things you like to do on social media and all that. But I'll tell you something, it's been a phenomenal season of impact and progress. We've been, working with a lot of organizations, doing a lot of training and development, coaching, consulting. But, I've been at this 20 years, man. I mean, I'm not new to this rodeo. I know we live in a generation with a lot of quick starts. Everybody want to get something overnight, but I like the pace in which we've done the work we've been doing because there's an old saying, we've earned the right to advance, and we've also learned how to best serve our customers. I think sometimes you don't get to learn how to do that when it's all quick and fast. You got to go through the process. You got to learn how to interact with people. You got to learn the differences with different companies and organizations, how they operate, the politics, the relationships, and until you learn all that stuff, it's hard to really serve people the way you want to serve them. And so there's some power in experience, and I'm glad we have it, but I'm also glad we still got the juice to kick it. Me and my man, Pierre Campbell, who you all know, and Rachel Revel and Marvin Worthy now, who's been doing some work with us, and many others. We love the work we're doing. But nevertheless, what I'm doing right now is many of you know we have certain lanes we operate in. We've been on a lot of work, and the majority of our work in the area of diversity, equity, inclusion, which we're seeing tremendous impact within organizations because of our framework, the Equity 3M framework, and other things we're doing. So we're seeing tremendous progress. People are seeing some breakthroughs. Conversations are taking place that have never really taken place before. People are talking and communicating. I always say this about diversity. You can't extend the fist. You got to extend the hand, man. If people are going to fight, how are you going to get anywhere? So we have some great systems in place and some great frameworks in place to help people converse and figure out, what Pierre Campbell always says, that diversity is a human relations issue. And that's the most important thing that we need to understand. And when we get that into place, it makes it a lot easier to have these conversations. And so, we also do work in the area of core values, integration, team building, things of that nature. But we also, because of the nature of our work, have done a lot of work over the years with workforce development. I started out in workforce development, built a successful model that impacted the lives of adults and youth all throughout the Delaware Valley. And really, a lot of the success we had was a byproduct of the systems that we put in place. I have to always say this, and write this quote down if you're a quote, because this is one you don't want to forget, and that is: motivation without information is simply a good conversation. Now, some of y'all need to write that one down because some people think it's just all about motivation. And don't get me wrong, because I'm about motivation to the 10th degree. But the reality is there's a lot of motivated people that ain't doing nothing. Sorry, I'm laughing, but it's the truth. Inspired to the hilt, read every book they can possibly read, ain't doing nothing. And you got some folks that's not saying a lot and accomplishing everything. Why? Because these people are motivated too. But what they've been doing is putting systems in place that they operate by on a consistent basis. And people have been telling us about these systems for years, way back with Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn and them. They've been telling us about things like Zig always talked about consistency. And yes, you can be motivated, but you got to be consistent. You got to do things on an ongoing basis. And you got to, and so a lot of people get motivated, but they just constantly get motivated. And then they look to get motivated again. And I'm like, cool, that's fine, because I'm big on motivation and I'm big on empowerment. But application is the key. Application is the key. If you're going to succeed at anything, man, be motivated, but realize it's process and systems. I got my board up here in front of me in my office. I look at that board every day. I know what I got to get done. I know if I have customers, I got charts, program evaluation, review techniques. I got all that stuff I'm looking at because I don't want the people to hire us and then we just winging it. We want to be able to specifically accomplish what it is we say we're going to accomplish. So that's not Coach D being motivated every day. That's Coach D and the team being strategic every day. And so I just want to put that out there because that's not what I necessarily was going to talk about today. I do want to talk about some exciting things that's about to happen, but I also want to put that out there because I still get a lot of emails and phone calls from people that's going to do this and do that, accomplish this and accomplish that. And then, you don't see that they don't do it. And you're like, well, so what's up with that? But anyway, we got two powerful events that's coming up. And if you're in the workforce development space, you want to hear about these. The workforce development, as you know, for them you don't know, are people who operate job centers and state agencies trying to help people get back into the workplace. And so honor the work that folks in this space do, because the reality is without workforce development, there'll be a lot of people not working. But, they're phenomenal at their work. I've been in thousands of locations all over this country before COVID hit. Now I've been in equally as many virtually with our training and development programs and vocational rehabilitation, doing some neat work there. And so what I want to talk about is two events, all right, for workforce development and vocational rehabilitation. The first event we're going to be doing, I'm very excited about because I'm partnering with an organization that I tell you, I've been with these folks for about a decade, doing a lot of work with them, a lot of keynotes and trainings and workshops. And that's the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association, a phenomenal, amazing workforce development association throughout the state that does tremendous work throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Well, they approached me a while ago and said, hey, Coach, it's been a challenge during this time with all of these struggles with the pandemic and all of that. And so we want to offer, our members a opportunity to go through a process of self-care. In other words, we're caring for a lot of people, but what about the care for the people who are caring for the people? How about empowering the people who want to empower, that are empowering? And so I'm going to put some links in the website, here. So for some of you, hopefully you can see them. But just this one here for Pennsylvania Workforce Development, we are doing empowering self-care and workforce development, a pre-symposium event on September the 20th at the Penn Stater College in Penn State, Pennsylvania. This is going to be live. Now, we haven't seen a lot of live recently, but we're going to do it through the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association. It's going to be live, and it's for people in Pennsylvania, workforce development professionals in Pennsylvania who understand that there's a need for self-care. There's a need for understanding compassion fatigue and how to handle that, handling stress personally. This is not about the clients, what we're going to be doing that day, about you, the person that's in the trenches every single day, okay? Every single day, pouring out, trying to help people find meaningful employment. And so that event is going to take place. It's going to be a half-a-day event, but here's the catch. We're going to do 3 months of coaching after that. So if you attend this event, and here's the link that, again, that's embedded in this, this information we have here, click on that link, take a look at it. If you want to make your way to State College, we're going to have a powerful time. I'm telling you, you know me, I'm going to deliver. That's what I do. I don't, if people want to take the time to come see something, I'm not about boring people. You know what I mean? My mentor told me a long time ago, he said, there's two types of people who present. Those who engage their audiences, and those, it's better to see paint dry on the wall than hear them speak. I don't want to be the second kind. So we're going to give you some inspiration, but we're also going to give you some strategy, because remember what I said, motivation without information is simply a good conversation. So if you're in Pennsylvania on the 20th of September, it's going to be powerful. I believe, don't get me wrong, I believe they may be offering a hybrid opportunity where you can attend virtually. So just take a look at the information here. And, I believe this is the beginning of some great work with the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association. And I've been looking forward to doing something like this for a while, but, COVID has caused things to shift around. So they're innovating, we're innovating together. And I'm honored that Carrie Amon, the executive director there, and working together to make this a reality for workforce development professionals. So if you're an executive director, send some of your people, or you may want to come yourself, or if you feel as though you need to bring a team. But this is about you, because I'm telling you right now, the folks that are working the hardest out here are the ones who are trying to get people employment. Now, a second event, if you don't live in Pennsylvania, that we're offering is a case management motivation summit. And that's what happened is I recently decided that we're going to do a lot more technology wise. I've done a lot live. I've done, but we're going to start doing tech type things. So I partnered with a guy named Ryan Drummond with the Athletes book. And what we're creating is something that's going to be a foundational building block to something greater. And what we're going to do a case management frontline worker, symposium on September the 15th from 1 to 4 p.m. Let me put that information in here as well. All right, from 1 to 4 p.m. And we are going to be sharing some powerful information on how to become self-empowered if you're in the front line, a social worker, a case worker, a job developer, all the people that's right there with the clients, working with them, going into the businesses. This is for you, okay? And we're going to be talking about building your own systems of motivation. Now, let me say this. We're not going to stop right there. We're looking at monthly coaching, again, for these groups or individuals who are saying, man, coach, I can use some of that, because let me tell you what happens a lot of times in these different fields. We go on solo missions. And what happens is on a solo mission, we get a little bit drained and depleted. But what I'm saying is, no, we're going to start creating communities around this stuff. What we're doing with the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association, our Empowering Self-Care Workshop and Workforce Pre-Symposium event on the 20th of September, is we're creating a community. And I hope we have a lot of people from Pennsylvania that we're going to come together and we're going to work on self-care, taking care of ourselves, diet, exercise, self-motivation tools, but you're not doing it alone. It's going to be you. And then every month we're going to do some virtual stuff with a team of people to help you there. And then again, with this thing we're doing with Ryan, the same thing, but all of this is virtual with Ryan because that's technology driven. Again, with PWDA, it's going to be live at Penn State, at the Penn Stater. So if you have any questions about any of this, somehow I got kicked out the system. I don't know what's up with that. That was weird. But if you have any questions, let's try this again. I'm going to put my email in here. I had never been kicked out of StreamYard before. That was different. That was strange. Email me at info@coachdspeaks.com. You can call 302-834-1040. That was so strange. I got kicked out of StreamYard, but it brought me back. So here I am. So again, keep in mind, we have the event on the 20th with the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association. All right, we're going to be talking about self-care and workforce development. That's for vocational rehabilitation. That's for workforce development. Check it out. We got the information in the links here we put up. Go take a look for yourself. We'd love to see you there. And again, this work we're doing with Ryan Drummond and the Athlete book is going to be a powerful new virtual tool to empower those who are in the front line. So we got some neat things going on. I'm an innovator. I've always been an innovator. I don't believe in letting, what they say, dust get under your feet. Man, you got to change the way you do things. If you want a new result, you got to go a new direction. What's his name? Napoleon Hill said years ago in his book, Think and Grow Rich, there were two types of organizations and companies. It was the one that during the Great Depression that said, it's over. The way that we do things have changed. I don't know if I can handle it. I want to go back to the way it was. And 99% of those companies and organizations faded away. But every last one of them that said, we're going to reinvent, we're going to do something new, we're going to try something new, not only did they succeed, they flourished, and many of them are around today. So what we're going to be talking about is innovation, doing things differently. There's my mentor, Dr. Miles Monroe says, and this is the truth: do not be preoccupied with the past at the expense of the future. You may want to write that quote down. That's powerful. Do not be preoccupied with the past at the expense of the future, man. The past is an anchor. Man, you got to let it go. And sometimes you got to try some new stuff. You see, that's why I keep people saying, how in the world you stay in this game? How you been doing this so long? Because I'm always refreshing, man. I'm always trying something new, always trying to go to new directions. I'm not trying to hold on to what it used to be. I want to create what it should be. Hear what I just said? I don't want to hold on to what it was. I want to create what it should be. And so that's called innovation to the fifth degree. And so that's what we're looking to do with some of these events. I'm honored again that the Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association is allowing us to be a partner with them in this. I've always admired the organization, Brittany Potts and all of them over there, and Carrie Amon, great work. And then Ryan Drummond, my friend, man, great guy. He's a new dad. I'm so proud of him, man. And he's still trying to find his way in to get some time in at work, but he's a new dad. So if you see him at the event, he look a little tired, probably because he didn't get no sleep. But listen, we're excited about what's going on. There's so many great things that are going on, new things. I love growing. I love, seeing change in individuals and organizations. As you know, we do coaching for organizations, but we do coaching for individuals. And we see a lot of shifts and change in people, from executives to career seekers to diversity, equity, and inclusion, because we have a unique approach that works. And we've been working on this approach for 20 something years. That's why it works. Okay. We're not just throwing it out there and winging it. We're giving some solid, concrete information that is transformative in the lives of those individuals in which we serve. So thank you all so much. That's my website if you want some more information. And I look forward to seeing you at the events. Call us and reach out to us if you have any questions. Take care. Bye-bye.